Some dreams don't come with monsters or chases, they come with mirrors. A hallway you've never seen yet feels familiar. You open a door. Inside, a room filled with silence. And on the far wall, a mirror. You walk toward it, slowly. But the reflection, it isn't quite you. Carl Jung believed that dreams are where the unconscious speaks in symbols, and the most powerful symbol of all is the one that stares back at us. You see, every night, a part of you rises, not to haunt you, but to remind you. Remind you of the words you didn't say, the truths you buried, the instincts you called too much or too dark. This is the shadow self. It doesn't scream, it whispers. It places symbols in your sleep. The stranger in your bed, the locked door, the voice calling your name, but never showing a face. And here's what no one tells you. Every dream has a purpose. Even the strange ones. Even the ones you forget by morning. Especially those. Because the shadow is subtle, it doesn't force you to look, but it waits patiently until one night you do. So if last night you saw something in a dream you couldn't explain, if it left a feeling that still lingers on your skin, ask yourself, was it just a dream, or was it a message from the part of you you've been ignoring all along? The answer may be waiting, not outside, but behind the mirror. Carl Jung didn't see dreams as noise. He saw them as messages, coded in symbols, written in the language of the soul. To Jung, the unconscious wasn't a pit of repressed trauma. It was a vast, intelligent system, a living part of the psyche that tried, night after night, to reach the conscious mind through images. Not logic, not reason, but image, symbol, emotion. He called it compensation, a way for the psyche to balance what the waking self refuses to see. If you're always pretending to be strong, your dreams might show you crying in a crowd. If you avoid conflict, your dream might place you in the middle of a war zone. Not because you're weak, but because your unconscious is trying to tell you you are more than the mask you wear. And at the heart of this dialogue is the shadow, the part of you exiled by fear, guilt, shame. It has no voice in daylight, so it speaks at night. That's why dreams feel so personal. Not because they predict the future, but because they expose the present, the hidden present. You might dream of a faceless figure staring at you, or a familiar place that's crumbling. You wake up disturbed, but don't know why. That's the shadow. It doesn't speak English, or French, or Tagalog. It speaks symbolism and emotion. And Jung believed, when we ignore these dreams, we don't escape the shadow, we give it more power. But when we pay attention, something extraordinary happens. The dream becomes a mirror, and the mirror becomes a portal. So the next time a strange dream clings to your memory, don't dismiss it. Ask instead, what part of me created this image, and what is it trying to restore? Because the shadow does not dream to destroy you, it dreams to reintroduce you to the parts of yourself you've forgotten. Dreams rarely speak directly. They don't say, "You're afraid." They show you falling from a rooftop. They don't say, "You're avoiding the truth." They place you in a maze with no way out. These aren't random. They're symbols. Each one a fragment of your inner world, echoing your fears, your wounds, your shadow. Carl Jung spent decades mapping these inner symbols. To him, the recurring images in dreams weren't to be decoded like a puzzle, but felt, interpreted through emotion and context. Let's look deeper. Being chased. You run, your feet heavy, something's behind you, but you never see its face. This isn't about danger, it's about denial. Something within you wants to be acknowledged. And the more you avoid it, the more frightening it becomes. Falling. From stairs, buildings, cliffs. This doesn't always mean failure. Sometimes it's about losing control, your ego surrendering to something deeper. To Jung, falling dreams often mark the beginning of transformation. Losing your voice. You scream, but nothing comes out. This is the shadow showing you where you've been silenced. By others, or by yourself. A stranger in your home. A presence where you should feel safe. This is the shadow entering the conscious space, reminding you there's a part of you you've locked out for too long. And then there are mirrors, the most haunting symbol of all. You look in, but the reflection is distorted, or watching you. Jung believed the mirror represents confrontation with the true self, especially the parts you don't want to recognize. Now pause. Think of a dream that unsettled you, not because it was violent, but because it felt real. What if it wasn't just a dream? What if it was your unconscious holding up a mirror, begging you to look deeper? Because the shadow does not knock loudly, it leaves symbols on your pillow, and it waits. For the moment, you're ready to see what's always been there. Understanding a dream doesn't require a dictionary. It requires honesty, not with others, with yourself. Carl Jung believed that no one could interpret your dream better than you because every symbol, every setting is drawn from your emotional world. So where do you begin? You begin by listening. Step 1, record. The moment you wake, write it down. Don't edit. Don't analyze yet. Capture everything, images, colors, sensations, even the confusion. The shadow speaks in whispers, and morning light makes you forget. Step 2, feel before you decode. What part of the dream made your chest tighten? What left you uneasy or strangely comforted? Emotion is the compass. It will guide you toward the symbol that holds meaning. Step 3, identify the symbol, not the surface. If you dreamed of a storm, ask, what in your life feels uncontrollable? If someone you loved turned away, ask, where in your life are you fearing abandonment or perhaps self-rejection? Shadow symbols rarely say what they mean, they say what they feel like. Step 4, dialogue. Yes, write to your shadow. You can begin with a simple line. What are you trying to tell me? Let the pen move. Let whatever comes out, come out. This isn't fiction. It's excavation. Some days you'll find resistance, you'll feel foolish, but then one morning a dream will make you weep. Not because it was sad, but because it understood you. And that's the moment shadow work becomes healing. When the dream isn't just strange, but sacred. A return to the parts of you you thought were lost. Because every nightmare, every recurring image, every quiet symbol is not there to punish you. It's there to show you you are more than what you've accepted about yourself. So tonight, when you lie down, place a notebook beside your bed. Not because you expect to dream, but because maybe something in you is ready to speak. And this time, you'll be there to listen. Not every question needs an answer. Some questions are meant to change you. And dreams, they ask those questions without words, without permission. Carl Jung believed that healing doesn't begin when you understand everything. It begins the moment you stop turning away. Because the shadow doesn't chase you, it waits. In your fears, your silence, your recurring dreams. You may spend years avoiding that part of you, the one that remembers what you'd rather forget, the one that still cries in your sleep. But one dream, just one, can open a door. And once opened, you can't go back to pretending. You see things differently. Your anger is no longer a flaw. It's a boundary you ignored. Your sadness isn't weakness. It's a story you never finished. The shadow teaches through discomfort, not to punish you, but to push you back into your wholeness. So what if your next nightmare was a map? What if the image you fear most is the part of you that needs love the most? People look for guidance in books, signs, gurus, but the most personal guide already lives inside you. And it speaks every night in metaphors, symbols, emotion. All you have to do is dare to listen, not to fix, but to remember. Because healing doesn't sound like fireworks, it sounds like recognizing your own reflection, even when it scares you. The shadow isn't against you, it's the part of you still waiting to be met with compassion. If this video spoke to a part of you you've been avoiding, let it be your sign. Keep a journal by your bed tonight. And when you dream, don't ask, what does it mean? Ask, what is my soul trying to say? Share your most powerful dream in the comments. Subscribe for more truths your waking self may have forgotten.